incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Welcome, folks. It's Friday night, and it's time for the grand jury. The live stream that does a grand jury game show style. Each Friday night, we take 5 volunteers from the social media network or platform X, and we ask them to review use of force videos through the lens of a grand jury. In fact, let's meet tonight's grand jury, our volunteers from X. I want to go to Tommy Sotomayor. He's sitting on the jury tonight, but Tommy, I've got a question for you. I mean, you're kind of a big deal in the media world. You've been kicked off better platforms than I've been invited onto. But I heard a rumor that you have an OnlyFans. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the only place I have to go. That's the only place I can go.
Are you selling feet pics? I mean, how's that going?
No, I'm talking about the stuff that they won't let me talk, which is crazy. You can talk about anything else, including turning your child into a woman. You can talk about men being women. You can even read a salacious thing to children, all while doing it in the comfort of your YouTube channel. But if you do something like me, which is be called a black person who does a little bit of conservative talk, well, we're going to kick you off of everything. So that's been my issue. The fact is, I am banned permanently on a few things. One of them including like X. The X account that I'm even using isn't even mine. Isn't that sad?
My friend, that it is sad. I was on your show on Monday. I was very pleased to get an invite, and I had a great time on your show. It's fun and pretty informative, in my opinion. But we're glad to have you as a grand jury tonight. Our next juror is the Nikki V. Now, Nikki V, you're kind of a big deal in the X space world, aren't you?
Not so much, but thank you, Joe. I have fun in spaces. I have fun with some friends and a bunch of people who like to go and congregate and just be able to talk a little bit freely. But now I might have to go over to OnlyFans and check out what Tommy's doing over there. You know?
You should.
I think you're gonna be disappointed. I think he just goes over there and talks.
Well, that's all we do.
Listen, I don't tell people what they go see. They see it when they get there. It's Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club outside of Fight Club.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm impressed with your resourcefulness. I experienced a suspension off of X, and I'm not nearly controversial at all. But I just recently had one, so I kind of get what you can't get your word out. You can't get out to anyone when they shut your or silence your speech. So yeah, I feel for you, and that's crafty going to OnlyFans.
You and I have both been suspended. I got suspended about 2 weeks ago, Joe. So welcome to the club.
You say shit to get suspended for, Nikki. I really didn't. You know what I got suspended for? I got suspended for promoting grand jury too much.
No.
AI picked me up, I guess, as a bot or self-promoter, which is not a lie. I absolutely was doing that. So I've had to change my game up a little bit so I don't get suspended again. But that's what they got me for.
Well, welcome to the
threatening to burn down everybody's house, Nikki.
Yeah, well, I got suspended for not being a real person when I use my real photo and I have my real name. So there's that. Welcome.
I've had my suspicions for a while, Nikki. I'm glad you got through that okay. Let's go to Aaron. Now, Aaron is a bit of a special grand jurist we have this week. This is Mrs. Jason, is what this is. Our trusty weekly expert witness. This is Jason's wife. Jason, what do we need to? Aaron, what do we need to know about Jason?
Oh God,
it's not how you do it. Aaron, what do we need to know about you?
Hey, I'll host this if you don't mind, sir. Aaron?
See, this is why I don't talk much, because he takes over and talks for me. So I just pick up his crumbs all the time.
Order in the court. Silence from the gallery. You have the floor, Aaron. Tell us about Jason. And you don't have to do it all at once. We'll come back to this a couple of times through the show. But you know what? Folks that don't know, Erin she'll come into spaces. She's a listener. She'll come up every now and then and say some things. She's always got something great to say. It's either funny or profound. But we're happy to have her on the grand jury tonight. I was kind of a little honored when Jason said that you'd like to do it. So welcome, Erin. Now we we've got a bit of a rare occurrence here. Jason Ulrich was technically slated to be on this week, but last week I had a no-show, and his wife was on last week, so he came on with her. So it's technically his second time, but we're going to let it slide this one. But Jason, I understand you got medical people all the way around you, but you're not medical, and you're on X to expose a con artist out of Canada. Is that right?
That is correct. Two of them, a father and daughter duo. But yeah, it's great to be back here a second time.
I'll tell you, I've heard this story, folks. Yeah, no, absolutely, brother. But I've heard this story before, and it's kind of like 3D response. You can't pick it up in just a couple of sentences. It takes a minute for it to absorb in, but it's a remarkable story that he and his wife tell about these real life con artists out of criminals, really, out of Canada that are floating back and forth and jiving dudes out of money and put people in jail too. But follow Jason and his wife, Lisa RN, I believe it is, on X, and they'll keep you up to date what's going on. They do spaces on it. They have plenty of hosts. Now tonight we have a alternate juror that's joined us, and this is the great Carmen Love. Now she is a big deal on Spaces. If you're on X Spaces, you know exactly who I'm talking about when it comes to Carmen Love. She's a wonderful X Space host, and I'm proud to call her one of my friends on X. But Carmen, tell the folks what they need to know about you to go hit a follow.
Well, thanks, Joe. You're a dear friend of mine as well. Honored to be on here with some great people, and I love this show. So, to follow me, I mean, all you gotta do is just hit a follow button. My spaces range. Sometimes we just talk about everyday life and get away from politics a little bit, and then on the other occasion, we talk about the politics because that's and we focus a lot on the children, saving the children, protecting the children, these active school shootings. Our children are under attack. And so if that interests you and you want to be a part of that, I would ask you kindly to hit the follow button and turn on notifications and join us in the roundtable on X. And we'll, have some fun. But thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for being able to come in such short notice. I'll tell you that Carmen Love is an absolutely great follow on. In fact, all these folks on our panel tonight are. But I want to go back before we get onto the show, and I'm going to do this quickly, Tommy. Do you have a website that has all the locations that your content is, because it may flow back and forth? Is that your website there? What is your website?
Well, it's just my name, TommySotomayor.com. Tommy SOTOMAYOR.com. Can't miss it.
But that's a location. If they can't find you on one platform, they can go there and find out where your content's at and view your content and support you as well, right?
That's right. It has everything, every place where I might be, and it's kind of more like a hub. It's where you get stories and all types of great things there. You get stories, you get blogs, you get the shows, you get everything in one place.
Man, that's a great idea. There will be a joelanu.com up before the end of Labor Day weekend here. I'm working on that this weekend, but great idea, and I like that, Tommy. Well, let's get to it, guys. As any good courtroom would have, we've got a court clerk. Our court clerk tonight is Big Ron. He's a retired Navy veteran. He's going to be handling all the times, bells and switches, and putting things up and down as our producer tonight. But Big Ron, tell folks about yourself.
Evening, everybody. Thanks, Joe. Welcome to the show, everybody. Glad to have you on the panel. All those out there watching us, as I always say every night, click the like button, share the show out. The bourbon's cold, the cigar is lit, the show is loaded. We're good to go, Joe. Let's go ahead and kick it off.
Let's do that. And as with any good grand jury, we also have an expert witness, and we have Jason. He's a retired 30-year veteran of Minnesota law enforcement and developer of the 3D response school safety systems. Jason, give us a quick rundown on yourself, besides what I've already spoken about you.
Patrol school resource officer, sergeant, drug task force, investigations, lieutenant, kind of seen it all over 30 years. And started a company about 10 years ago to keep our kids safe. And that's really my passion, is to safe in our schools.
Yeah, and folks, we'll show a little video on this 3 response school safety system. Jason's not the only one in here that is a true believer. I'm sold on it. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But let's get on. Let's go over some rules. A grand jury, it's unlike any other. It's not like a trial jury like you might see on television and mostly what you see. Grand juries are secret. Well, not a lot of people maybe not understand them, but have had experience with them. Unlike a trial jury, a jury may ask questions and review evidence. And we're going to ask that jury to decide by using the reasonable person standard to determine if there's probable cause to believe the use of force was justified or not. A juror should objectively review only evidence presented. No Google searches or the traffic stop you passed the other day or an X video that you may have seen. We ask that you don't include any bit of that. We think that as the grand jury system is meant to be a filter before we face the boot of the government for prosecution as citizens, we expect you to only judge on the evidence that we show you here tonight. If it's not enough, then make a decision accordingly. If it's enough, then you make that decision accordingly as well. But only be objective and only consider the evidence that's presented here tonight. Now, the reasonable person standard, we just mentioned it. It's not a specific individual. It's a hypothetical construct, an average person who acts with ordinary prudence and common sense. It's not the dumbest guy in the room. It's not the smartest guy in the room. It's that average person. And what that average person would believe when confronted with the sets of facts and circumstances that you'll see through this evidence tonight. So it's kind of putting yourself in the actor's shoes, but not acting as you would, but acting as just a general person. Remember, not the smartest guy in the room, not the dumbest guy in the room, just what the average person would believe when confronted with the evidence that you'll see tonight. And we also mentioned probable cause, and probable cause just simply means more likely than not a crime has occurred, and more likely than not, the accused is responsible. You can look at it like this is the level that you need to be convinced. And when you're convinced that, more likely something happened, and more likely than not, this dude did it, then you've got to return a positive vote on that. Now, the rules of the game, there are 3 out of 5 votes wins the day. So there's 5. That's why we have 5 jury members. We can't have a tie. The 3 out of the first 3 that vote one way or the other with a majority decision, and that's what we're going to accept. A jury may have one of 2 findings: a true bill, which means no formal charges, and formal charges, and you send it to trial. This is where someone gets indicted and they get to go get a jury of 12 to make a decision whether they're going to be punished for, found guilty and punished for whatever crime the state is alleged. The other side of it, if you're not convinced that probable cause exists, then you must come back with a no bill verdict. And a no bill verdict, I tell you what, Big Ron, show up our verdicts. Let's do a true bill. And that's what we'll do. And why is it flashing? Okay, let's try no bill. And when we get a no bill decision, this is what you'll see: no bill with no formal charges. Do we have any questions before we get to our first case? By the way, folks, those are your rules. The only thing I'll add to that is that once we review the evidence through the first video, let's don't have any questions during the first showing of the video. You'll have an opportunity once the video is done to ask any questions of myself, Jason, or go back to points in the video that you want to see again for review. Once we get through that portion of it, we'll put up a 10-minute clock. That 10-minute clock is your verdict clock. That's how long you have to make a decision. So that's kind of how the cycle is going to go. We'll watch the video, ask questions about the video, then you guys get to deliberate on your decision regarding the video. With no questions, Big Ron, it's time for the first case. Put it up.
Let's kick it off.
Well, what is do you know if there's someone inside the bathroom or?
No, he's trying to get in. He was trying to, like, we walked by one time and he's kicking the door. And then he's, saying obscene things, and then he's just kicking the door. And then he's, like, taking a tool and trying to get in. Oh, okay. And then we walked a little bit, came back 15 minutes later. He's still sitting there. Like, I'm at a distance, but I could see him. But it's like I come down here a lot. It's the only public bathroom, and kind of don't want him to wreck this, because then there's no public bathroom down here for anybody. Right.
I can you step back over there?
Sure. Can you unlock my door?
Yeah, we'll figure that.
Hey, come here. Here. We're talking to you, man. You're not going anywhere. Take your hand out of your pocket for me. Let's take your hand out.
I just need my stuff.
You can get your stuff when we're done, man. Take your hand out of your pocket for me.
No, I need my stuff, sir.
I need you to take your hand out of your pocket for me.
I can't do that, sir.
Why can't you do that?
Because I can't. I have rights.
You have rights?
Yes.
Your hand's
I have
gonna.
rights, and my belongings are in that room.
And we will address that, and we'll help you with that. But I need you to take your hand out of your pocket.
Wow. I'm serious.
So listen. We don't need to go anywhere besides talk to you, but your hand's got to come out of your pocket.
Me?
We're talking to you. You're detained. You're not going anywhere. You need to take your hand out of your pocket. Period. And then we can talk.
Talk. Your idea of talking is what?
My idea of talking right now, because you're not listening, is going to come and detain you. If you take your hand out of your pocket, we can talk.
All right.
Simple. Done.
All right.
See how easy that was? Now listen, come back over here. You can stay near your stuff. We're not going to grab you. Come on over here. What are you doing, my guy? Why are you trying to break in there?
My stuff is locked in the bathroom. I was taking a shower. I come out, grab my wheelchair out. My stuff's in there. They automatically lock the door on me.
Okay, how come you didn't?
All my belongings.
How come you didn't call us or something, man? We'll come out
I
here.
have no phone.
Contact them.
Who's them?
It's obviously the marina stuff, right?
I don't even know who runs this. These are fake buildings. Like, there's nobody in these buildings.
Patrol is right over there.
That's who runs the place?
Yes.
I thought it was a boat yacht club. That's what it says on the thing, yacht club.
Oyster Point Marina. Don't worry about that. Okay. So we have a big old misunderstanding, right? That's
Yes,
what we're
sir.
dealing with? Okay.
Yes, I just need my belongings out of it. That's it.
That's perfectly fine. That's all we needed to get to. Our safety comes first.
Okay.
So when you're holding something in your pocket, man,
I understand that. But
not a good thing.
I understand that.
Okay.
From my bad experiences, so
Hey, man, this is South City. We do things differently here.
Okay.
As long as you're cool with us, we're obviously going to be cool with you.
Okay.
Okay? Why don't you come over here, just hang out. I'm going to make a phone call to the harbor master, see if we can figure out trying to get into this bathroom and get your things out. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Can you do me a huge favor while I do that? Just provide my partner here your name.
I'd rather not, sir.
At this point, you don't have a choice, but
I do, though.
You actually don't, because you were breaking into this building, so you were legally detained. You were legit breaking in.
My belongings are in there.
It does not matter.
I was in there. How am I breaking somewhere I was already in? I was in there. My stuff
trying to break into the bathroom.
trying to get back
in front of police. We witnessed that.
Get back in. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to argue.
Look, you can't break in somewhere you already was in.
I'm going to go with this.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue with you.
That.
You are detained.
Okay.
This is an investigation. You are required by law to provide your name. Period.
What are you worried about giving us your name for?
That's my right not to.
It's not your right. It's absolutely not. You gave up that right when you were trying to break into this bathroom.
I was trying to get my belongings out of the bathroom out there.
Cool. Come on over here then.
Sir.
Come here.
No, sir.
Let's
Don't do this.
Get your hand out.
Get your hand out of your pocket.
He's got something in his hand. Boy, 34. One at gunpoint.
Don't fucking do it.
It's a fucking gun. Get back.
Don't fucking do it.
Subject has a gun in his right hand. Officer tactically retreating. Get over here.
You hiding behind a bush?
I'm gonna get a long gun. You guys got this?
Advise the harbor master to keep people out of the area.
Tupper.
Sam 11, start GTO.
Tupper. 31, any update?
31, we're trying to get his shield and stuff set up. He's still walking towards the harbor right now. There's people on the trail. We got to get him out of here.
Tupper.
You want me to get him? Do it.
Sir, put your hands up.
Are we on the test?
Yeah, I'm on the task. Tack one click over. You're under arrest. Leave me alone. Put your hands up, sir. 40?
I got 40.
Do it now.
Hands down.
Do it. Hands down. Stop. Do it. Get on the ground. Hit him again. Hit him again.
Go. He's going that way. He's going that way. All right, we don't know.
Hey, show me your hands.
Good. Drop it. Show your hands. Good. Drop it. He's going that way. He's going that way. All right, we don't know.
Hey, show me your hands.
Good. Drop it. Show your hands. Good. Drop it. 31 Sam 11. Shots fired. Shots fired.
All right, folks, that's your first case. Just a quick rundown on it. What we had was a person breaking into a locked public bathroom was the call. Had a couple of 911 calls on it. Law enforcement arrives. They see him at the door there. It appears to be a wheelchair, maybe some gear you'd see from a homeless person that's got to carry all their stuff with them. And he says he's left possessions in there. He wouldn't cooperate. And at this point, I'll tell you that law enforcement had him in what's called constructive custody. He did have a legal obligation. He could not say no on his identification, and most likely couldn't say no to a pat down. I think the Terry frisk would come in that, and he's acting kind of flaky. You've got a pretty serious crime of breaking into a building, occupied or not. But any questions that you guys have on the legal front, let's hit them now, or any portions of the video that you'd like to see again. Let us know where we need to go on the video. But it's to you guys to ask questions. If you start to deliberate by telling us what you really think about it, then we're going to put up the clock and we'll run the 10 minutes if you guys are ready to deliberate. But portions of the video or questions, time's now.
Pretty cut and dry.
You think so?
I do.
Okay. Nikki, anything that you want to add to that, or any questions that you have?
No, I mean, they showed that he was actually trying to break in with actual tools. It wasn't just him kicking.
Well, let me ask you. You don't know that you saw a tool laying there, but this is a homeless man. If he owns tools, they'll be with him wherever he goes. He's not always breaking into something, right?
Correct, but is there a different presumption when it's a homeless person versus a person with a home? There's not any kind of different presumption, right?
Well, I don't know. That's the deliberation portion of it. But so you have no questions, no portion of the video that you want to see again? Aaron, any part of the video that you'd like to see again?
No, I think I'm good.
Jason.
The only thing I'd like to make clear is that it was determined that he had a replica pistol on him, correct?
Okay, but I'm going to ask you this. Does that matter? Let me go back on when we talk about use of deadly force with firearms, guys. This is another thing you got to keep in mind. You can only hold the person accountable for the information that was available to them at the time they pulled the trigger. Any information that is available to them instantly after they pull the trigger, you can't hold against them because they didn't know it. It wasn't something that they knew that they could have made when they made their decision to use deadly force. So it being a replica, did it look real to you, Jason?
Well, honestly, I didn't see it, but they saw it. You heard them say gun several times.
Right.
So he was holding it. I believe he pulled it out right there at the beginning as he was running down the hill away from the bathroom. So you have no idea at that point in time.
Yeah, there's no clear shot. I mean, there
Right.
appears to be something in his hand, but you're right. There's no clear shot as to how genuine the gun is. I think they found out after the fact that it was not an operational firearm.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring that up is that you shouldn't consider that when you're considering self-defense, not what you found out 5 minutes after you killed somebody, because you can't bring them back. And you can only hold someone accountable for the information that would have been available to them at the time. Tommy, any questions on this one? Any parts of the video that you'd like to see again?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to see the part where they shot him again at.
They shot him again?
Yeah, I would like to see what the part where they shot him.
Gotcha. I think somewhere right in here, because they're going to hit him with a 40 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, this is where we want to start. Here we go.
Because I have some thoughts on that.
Sir, put your hands up. Are we on the test? Yeah, I'm on the test. Back one click over. You're under arrest. Leave me alone. Put your hands up, sir. 40? I got 40. Do it now. Hands down. Do it. Hands down. Stop. Do it. Get on the ground. Hit him again. Go. He's going that way. All right, we don't know. Hey, show me your hands. Go. Stop it. Show your hands. Good. Drop it. He's going that way. All right, we don't know. Good. Drop it. Show your hands. Good. Drop it. What's him 11? Shots fired. Drop it. Show your hands. Good. Drop it.
Good enough view for you, Tommy?
It is.
All right. If we don't have any more questions, any other portions of the video we'd like to see again, then Big Ron, court clerk style, give us a clock.
All right, guys, you got 10 minutes.
I'm gonna say no, Bill.
All right, Carmen's a no bill, no discussion on it, just flat out no bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nikki.
I actually have a few questions.
Good.
Yeah. One of the questions was there was a lot going on for me. Specifically, I didn't see enough for a no bill. There was a lot of, especially regarding, the police officers, our safety is paramount, and then there was a lot of safety, and there was a dog right there, right? Why wasn't that one of the first things that we saw used?
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that the officers believed he had a firearm? Or do you think they were faking that?
I do at first, but then he was fleeing. There was never anything, done. He was fleeing for a long while. If it was going to be used, wouldn't it have been used?
Well, let's go back to, and the reason I'll bring this up is that the same standard that a law enforcement officer is going to be judged in front of a grand jury would be the same standard that myself or any one of you that use self-defense to defend yourself. Like in most states, in Texas is one of those, that if a police officer, if there is a homicide, it must be a grand jury that determines whether that homicide was justifiable or not justifiable. If it's not justifiable, then we call that murder and someone stands trial. But there is no, we investigated, there's nothing here to see, sir or ma'am, and go away. It has to go in front of a grand jury. And the reason I say that we've got to be careful how we judge these, because you say, well, he didn't use it, so I mean, he probably wasn't going to. Is that the standard that we hold other people when they're in these type of situations? I'll go back to the reasonable person. Would a reasonable person believe that this guy had a firearm? That's to you, Nikki. Would you think that a reasonable person, it's reasonable to believe that a person thought it was a firearm?
It's reasonable to believe that they thought it was a firearm. I don't think that they would have been chasing after him as long if they didn't think he had a firearm.
Okay, so it's reasonable they believe that whatever he was holding, operational firearm or not, that at the time, a reasonable person would have said, "Check. Okay, I see how you police officer thought that was a gun. I understand that." So we'll move down the next road. That is the point. Once somebody is exhibiting deadly or has the ability to use deadly force or has a deadly weapon in this type of situation, you're not really required to use a lesser thing to preserve their life. You're at this point, you're preserving your life and in the life of a third person, other people around you that aren't involved necessarily. And we all have a right to do that. I tell you what, I'm going to come back to you, Nikki. I think I know where you're going with this, but let's go to Aaron. I'm going to get another round with everybody and see what they come up with and see if it directs you a little bit. Because I think you're just kind of stuck. It's not a cool shoot, and it sticks in your craw a little bit. And I think that's where you're at. Aaron, what's your initial take on this?
I feel like they didn't engage with him fast enough. Non-lethal wasn't working, and he was still walking in a public place with what was to believe a gun. I don't know what the rules are in sending a dog, but I think they should have engaged sooner, and I would say no, Bill.
Okay. When you say engage, you mean like up the ante on the force? Instead of talking, they should have been doing some touching?
Yeah, they should have stopped him quicker than that.
Okay, fair enough. Jason, the con hunter, what do you think?
Well, I believe that they believe he had a gun. They saw it. They used less than lethal force to try to get him to calm down. Whether or not they used the dog, that's like another officer. I believe that's the way officers look at it. But may I ask a question of the former law enforcement? The foam that they shot at him, how dense is that foam, or is it more like a beanbag?
Jason?
It's actually rubber. And I thought that was a long shot for that gun.
Okay. I would say
they're pretty dense. When you say it's rubber, it's not like a rubber ball. It'd be more like
it's hard.
Tire rubber.
Yeah,
you see on
it's solid. When we shoot them, you have to hit them in large muscle masses because it's also can be considered. If you hit somebody in the head with that, it's lethal force.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Remind me later. I'll tell you about a guy seen get his eyeball knocked out with one of those.
Oh, I can imagine.
Okay, did that answer your question, Jason?
It did. Okay.
Tommy, what do you think about all this?
Okay, I'm with them. Here's a few things. One, these people are poorly trained. Let me explain. While he had his hands in his pockets at the beginning, they were putting their gloves on. So if he had a gun and was pulling that gun, he would have had to drop on all three of them. They were very nonchalant about what's in your pocket while they were standing there, and it was odd putting on gloves. So it didn't seem like they took him seriously. Also, it seemed like they didn't take the public safety very seriously, because once they realized, if you think there's something in his pocket and he's non-compliant, you had an opportunity to close on him right there before he pulled anything out, and you didn't. You allowed him to get distance from you. Then whatever he pulled out made you run, and one of the cops was such a horrible person that he ran up to the other cop like he was going to hug him like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. Now, as he did that, the other cop had to tell him, hey, get away from me. Go over there. Why are you walking near me? He can shoot us both right now if it's a real gun. But they retreat behind bushes because we all know bushes stop bullets. Now, as they retreat behind the bullets, they then allow this man who's now armed, to walk in a public place. And he walked for how many miles, or at least a mile, close to a mile? And he was able to do this, putting the rest of the public in jeopardy.
Well, in fairness, they're calling ahead to have people clear away from the piers. So I don't know if that was effective, but they were at least aware of the fact that there could be bystanders involved.
Well, I understand, but they could have stopped him before he got there. That would be their job. They did a bad job. And then when we get to they're shooting him with the non-lethal stuff, the question would have had to be in my mind, if this gun, what he has, is real from the beginning until now, he has not used it on us at all. We now are in a really good position to where we can wait till at least a shot is fired. Instead, we switch from our non-lethal to lethal, when if we felt he was that big of a threat, then he should have been taken down and maybe out at the beginning.
Nikki, I'm going to come back to you because you're the one that
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have any answer at all on. So what do you think now?
That was my big question, was did he even still have it on him, or had he ditched it by the time they caught up with him? So did
Guys,
he even...
I can pull it back up on the video. At the moment they shot, he has it in his, let me get it right. He has it in his right hand, and I think his left hand is up kind of high, like elbows tucked in.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't really see.
He actually points it in the direction of the officers. That's when they shot.
So he actually was smart enough to carry along a faux weapon. So, I mean, I mean, it's a no bill if he's still carrying along a fake weapon, and he is not intelligent enough that he is going to point a fake weapon at cops who are all pointing real weapons at him. I can't. I mean, as much as it breaks my heart, yeah, dude, it's just, you can't just, you can't. But all to what Aaron said is, they knew that there was something off when he had his hand in his pocket. He did not want to get his name. At the same time, they really should have, they had the opportunity to really get this in hand sooner, but once it goes off the rails, I mean, you don't know if this weapon is real and he's pointing it at you. So the first and only priority needs to be the safety of everyone, and the assumption is that the weapon is real and it's being pointed at officers.
We're right at the time now, so that's I'm no Bill Carmen. Your position has not changed, Carmen?
No, sir, it's not changed.
Nikki, you're a no Bill?
I'm a no Bill.
Aaron, you're a no Bill?
No bill.
And Tommy, you were on the fence. Are you a no Bill?
I'm going to go no bill, but I need them to be retrained. I need everybody to understand this is the problem.
Ooh, that clock is on. Let's turn that sound off. Okay, I got you. And Jason Ulrich, are you a no Bill on this?
That's correct.
Big Ron, post the verdict.
It looks like it's a no bill.
First case, no bill, no formal charges. Let's get right into case number 2. Let's do it, Big Ron.
Case number 2.
'77th Street Gang Enforcement Detail officers were conducting patrol near Crenshaw Boulevard, south of Hyde Park Boulevard, when they saw a suspect exit a parked Honda Civic armed with a handgun. The suspect then proceeded onto the sidewalk and became involved in a physical altercation with a male victim. The suspect was later identified as James Toulos. As officers stopped and exited their police vehicle to intervene, Toulos discharged a round from his handgun, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. A portion of this incident was captured on security footage by nearby security cameras.
Yeah, I'm good too. Hey, you got him right there?
Hey, partner, you good? Hey, stay right there. Hey, he's taking off.
Black Honda Civic 8.
Hey, don't reach for it. Hey, hey, put it out. I got him. Put that out. Put that out. I got him. Man, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Don't.
32, what is the description of the suspect vehicle? Source 32, what is the black Honda Civic? Let me get you from the southbound. The suspect is down, no black, white shirt. Let me get RA rolling. Source 32, shots fired. Officer needs help. 3 Hyde Park and Crenshaw.
All unit, officer needs help. Hyde Park and Crenshaw. Officer needs help. Hyde Park and Crenshaw. Any 77 unit come in. Air unit coming 077 frequency. Shots fired.
Vehicle leaving. Black Honda Civic 8. Leaving south.
Suspect's vehicle is a black Honda Civic.
Ready? Let's move. Move, move, move. Watch him.
All right, folks, that's your case. Do we lose feed?
I'm here.
Nope, we're good.
I'm here.
All right, here we go. I've just got a white screen on my side. Okay, there we go. Some issue there. Any questions about what you saw? You got to have questions, right?
It happened very fast. I mean, I think that the security camera footage was helpful.
Security camera was helpful. You were able to see what happened prior to law enforcement arriving. But you had 2 people in a dispute, one in the white shirt in the black car. You had a man and woman come up to the vehicle. There was some sort of dispute on the driver's side, and she was walking around with some sort of implement, keying, if you will, the car. The man in the white shirt gets out to continue the confrontation, probably not real happy about his car getting keyed. And he comes out with a gun and confronts the guy on the ground. Cops are, by the way, the police weren't called on this. They were just driving by. They were in the area doing a patrol.
That was kind of sus.
So
the way that they pulled up to it.
Okay, let's hold that for deliberations. But that's the story. They get out, and the man in the white shirt clearly pointed the firearm at the police officers, and then they air him out where he is. We'll call that DRT. He did not survive the encounter. But that's the narrative behind it. There were, like I said, there was no call for service. This was something law enforcement encountered on the drive, and you can see that from the security video. You can see when the officers arrived and how they reacted. Any portions of the video you'd like to see again?
The first part, Joe, can we see the first part again?
course, it's silent. There's a male subject having some sort of interaction with the guy in the white shirt, black car. She's got maybe a knife in her hand.
Can you rewind it just a little bit?
That's what it looks like.
A little bit more, a little bit more. Right there. Stop it right there. See, this is the part that is the absolute most offensive part of this video. Look at what she's wearing, sir. There is no reason for her midriff to be showing like that. I'm sorry.
I don't know if this is objective or not.
This right here needs to be a bill. That right there. Someone needs to be arrested right there.
She's clearly, she is agitated about something. She comes marching out there like a soldier.
Isn't she pregnant?
I'm sure she is. It's maternity clothes, right? That's what I would say.
It was white shirts.
So she's having some talk here.
Yes.
Too. Now there's something interesting here. You don't know how many people are in that black car.
77th Street Gang Enforcement Detail officers were conducting patrol near Crenshaw Boulevard.
She's scratching his car. Look.
Yeah, no, she's definitely scratching the car. She's having an altercation in there. You're going to see somebody in the back seat that's going to get out of this car and leave, and someone else is going to get into the driver's seat. This black car is going to leave after the shooting. Okay, there's one person. He said, "My name is Paul. That's between y'all. I'm out of here."
They realize a gun is being brandished. And,
yeah, he knew he was about to get Western right here. So he gets out. He pops him a couple of times with that pistol.
And yet he
sees
the cops.
Bam.
He turned right on the cops.
That is odd behavior.
Now I think somebody said
both were shooting at the cop.
I think it's well, there's only one gun. The guy in the white shirt.
Oh, well, he was just pointing his hands at the cop. Then go back a little bit. The guy, well, maybe something black on his hand. Like watch. Okay.
Yeah, he has black gloves on his hand.
Okay, because it's something where it's like he points his hand. Watch. After the shot,
I can't believe this.
And the guy falls. Watch what he does. See? Oh, it's just his hand. And he's reaching for the gun.
Yeah, he's got two black gloves.
Man, I don't know if he's reaching for the gun or he's trying to get his. I think there's literally dead weight on his foot. I think he was trying to get his foot
out.
Yeah.
But okay, now see the black car.
Takes off.
Yeah, go back to this. Watch the front seat of the black car. Watch the front seat.
Is it the woman?
It's somebody. Yeah, I think it's another black male, but he's in the back seat of that car, and he gets in it and drives away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you look over top of the head of the guy who's in the white shirt, the two gloves are laying over top of his head. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Someone gets in the rear seat to get in the front.
Let me address this because we had an issue about it was sus that the police pulled up like they did.
No view.
Okay, so let's go. No, I don't want to go there. I want to go.
It does it now. If you said that he popped two off and someone else first, that's probably why they.
Well, look. They see this fight. They're driving up. They see this encounter. They come up and they do what police do. Yeah, but keep watching this black car. Stuff's happening there. You see legs come from the back seat?
Yeah, and you can
I do.
He's like,
yep.
Peace.
And you can also see he must have fired off some rounds earlier because there's like fluid pouring out of that red vehicle.
Oh, that could be police bullets too.
Why is there a 2-minute buffer?
What that means is that hang on. So hang on. I'm going to wait for it to come up, and I'm going to explain why. You see it on this one for sure. What happens is he gets out right now. He's not turning his camera on. I got business right here. He's still got car keys in his hand. He's going to take the car keys, pitch them up on the hood to get him out of his way. Now he's going to turn his camera on. So there's a buffer that goes backwards where it'll record the video, but it doesn't record the audio until he hits the button.
Is this standard?
Yes. Yes. What it means is that no matter whenever you engage it, it goes back 2 minutes. Does that make sense? So it's not like I can turn it on when I want to show you something and turn it off when I don't want to show you something. I've got to be sophisticated enough to know that there's a 1 minute or 2 minute buffer in there. What it means is that they can get within 2 minutes. They can get the previous 2 minutes of any time that your camera is engaged. Same thing with a vehicle. When you turn your lights on in a vehicle, it's going to the recording is going to record from 2 minutes prior to you turning the vehicle lights on to pull someone over.
I just hate that they can choose when they want the sound on and out. I think it should always be on. You shouldn't. What is the reason for turning it off?
It's data storage. Think about it, because in order for it to capture the video, it's kind of recording and saving it, at least 2 minutes of it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of always on, whether you push it on or not. It's always taking in the video, but it's not always taking in the audio. All right. Any more questions about this case?
Nope.
Big Ron, it's clock time.
It is clock time.
All right, Jason, I'm going to come to you first. Your overall impression of this, and which way would you go if you had to vote right now?
I would vote no bill, but I'm with Mr. Sotomayor there. It looked like the guy in black did reach for that gun or pointed a gun at him. Yeah.
Well, he was unharmed, besides getting clapped a couple of times with the pistol, but he was not shot. Police didn't shoot him. They shot the man in the white shirt. But no bill?
No bill.
Carmen Love, I know you saw this from a different point of view. Tell us what it is.
It's a no bill. No bill. Yep. I mean, the guy, he turns on the cops immediately, and I think they did their job exactly how they were supposed to. They pulled up to a scene that they didn't even, expect. They thought they weren't even called on it. They thought it was a fight, and it turned into something a lot worse. So,
well, let me ask you this: do you think the guy in the white shirt had within his rights to defend his property and maybe even himself? I mean, he was just driving along. Some dude's accosting him at his door. I mean, he's a growed-free American.
I think he had the right to defend himself to the people that were attacking him, but he got out of the vehicle and then started, attacking them. The cops pull up to possibly break up a fight, and he turns on them and pulls a gun and points it at them. So that's a no bill. I mean, they had to. It's their life, that they have to protect, and the people around them, the community. So they did the right thing.
Okay. Nikki V. What's your first impression? And if you had to vote right now, what would it be?
My first impression is everything happened so fast. He turned the gun on them. And at this point, it's almost like, wow, what does happen out there, man? You almost want to say that, do commands have to be issued at that time? Or is it that, it's first come, first serve? But, you kind of lose your rights when, you point your firearm at a cop and, it is what happens. So I guess it's a no bill kind of thing, because you're kind of at this point guessing on if he's going to hesitate to pull a trigger. So yeah, the safety is that police officers need to be able to be protected and to protect themselves. So if you aim your gun at a police officer, they need to be able to protect themselves and their partners. So unfortunately, it's, as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be a no bill.
Okay. Aaron, what's your
Definitely
overall
no bill.
impression?
I don't think they had any other option but to shoot him. So no bill.
Okay. As Jason calls you, Mr. Sotomayor, what's your initial impression?
It's a tough one. It's like Tamir Rice, what happened to him. He didn't have a real gun, but you pointed it at these cops as they approach. So I kind of look at it like Daffy Duck when he met Elmer Fudd and realized it was duck season, or either Ted when he had an excellent adventure by himself. I'm going to say no bill.
First time on the grand jury, we've had a verdict laced in with movie references. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So, okay, I think we are. What do you think, Big Ron? I think that is a unanimous vote for another no bill.
I think you're right, Joe.
And without going into any further detail, Tommy, you picked up my Easter egg. I'm impressed. You got it. Jason, I kind of skipped over you last time, but something that Nikki said that, when do cops have to give you a warning before they use deadly force? Is that a thing in law enforcement? Do law enforcement officers have to give you a warning before using deadly force to defend themselves?
No, they do not.
Okay. It is true. They do not. There is a kind of the situation. You're using deadly force because it's an emergency. You're using deadly force because you believe deadly force is about to be used against you. You don't. Time's not on your side necessarily in these type of situations. So you're not required to give a warning. Now you'll see police do that. You'll see police do a lot of things that they're not required to do by law, but there is no legal obligation that you gave a warning. And both for you as a citizen when you're doing if you're defending your own life. Jason, but what did you think about that video in particular, or the one before? Because we didn't get to that one. The one with the guy at the docks breaking into the bathroom. Do you have any comments on any of those?
Yeah, the one we just watched, I thought was pretty cut and dry. The one of the docks. So, I from a law enforcement perspective, your priorities in life, and I've said this before, is number one, the victims, number two, the lives of innocent people, number three, the suspect. The other thing I wanted to mention is that officers never had control of that scene.
Thank you.
And they let this go way too long. And what you're seeing that, yes, it's a training deal, but it's also a sign of the times. The way that cops are being trained right now, and for lack of a better term, law enforcement has become pussified because they're scared to engage, and they will do everything prior to that before they use lethal force, even if justified. So watching that video, if that same incident occurred 7 years ago, 10 years ago, completely different story. So law enforcement has changed to appease public opinion. And in the process of appeasing public opinion, we're putting officers in jeopardy and we're putting the public in jeopardy. When you have a threat that you can take out immediately and you let that continue on, that you just made the situation so much worse. That first one, I'm not, it's a no bill all day, but it didn't need to go that way.
Now, and this is a conversation you and I have had recently about it. We're seeing a trend in law enforcement to where there's times they need to be more aggressive and they're not being aggressive enough. And I think it leads into more of this stuff. It used to be a day when the police showed up, before they said anything to you, your hands went up because you want to make sure they knew you weren't a threat. Now we don't see that, but we don't see officers enforcing it to the point where you better make sure I know you're not a threat. But hands would need to be up and need to be complying. We don't see that. Big Ron, before we go to the next video, let's talk about Range Minded. What do you think?
Yeah, let's talk about Range Minded. I'd like to welcome him to the show. He's out there in our chat right now. So if everybody say hi to Range Minded.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what time does the store close? Or where's the best cheeseburger near me? Well, I'm not going to answer those questions. That's what your damn phone is for. Use that. Instead, if you have stuff related, to the 2A world, I'm your man. My name's Steve. I run the Range Minded podcast. On the podcast, we talk about all things Second Amendment, whether it be new guns or gear. Maybe we talk about some training. We'll dig into Washington and the shenanigans they get up to. Sometimes we talk about the Supreme Court and the crap that they're doing. It's always a good time, a little smorgasbord of the 2A, if you don't mind me using that narrative. Either way, you can find us whether on YouTube or Rumble, Range Minded Podcast. I'm also on all sorts of streaming services wherever you listen to your podcast, Range Minded Podcast. You can jump on the website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Maybe stop by, buy a patch and some other things. There you can link to the social medias and all that other stuff. Hope to see you there. It's always a good time. Anyways, you guys have fun, stay safe, and always stay range-minded. See you guys soon.
That's right, folks. That's the Range Minded Podcast. All things 2A. He digs in pretty deep with both guncraft and some of the legal aspects, especially when it comes to 2A laws and some restrictions you'll see across the states. But I will also say he's one of the hardest working small creators out there, content creators out there. Puts it out every week. Come hell or high water, support him. Go buy a patch. rangemindedpodcast.com. Anywhere you get podcasts, put in Range Minded, he'll pop up. But absolutely worth a follow on any platform that you run across him. He's on X as well. And with that, Big Ron, I think we're at case number 3.
Case number 3 coming up.
Show me your hands! Hands in the air! 217, give me the air. I got a male shooting at another male on Wild. Running through the backyard, 123 Wild. Show me your fucking hands! Show me your hands! Hands in the air! Hands in the air! Hands in the fucking air! 217, I got shots fired. Shots fired in the backyard. Blue shots fired. Give me the air. Get on! Do not fucking move! Do not fucking move! 217, I was on admin. I got shots fired, 123 Wild. Now we're shooting another male. Both of you stop moving!
Lay on the ground! It's not me, lay on the ground.
Start EMS this way. Looks like I got a suspect down.
Lay on the
Male black. Alright, hey. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna holster up. I'm gonna cuff this guy, hold cover on him. Don't you fucking move. Gun right there. Hey.
157.
Hey, I need cuffs. I need
clarification. How many ambulances do I need and how many people down?
We got one male shot right now, possibly suspect shot too. Start 2 rigs for now.
We have an ambulance coming.
Okay, any blue shots fired or between them?
He has another
negative. Blue shots fired. Are you hit?
From you.
From me? Where?
He just busted him.
No, are you hit from me?
Yes, he shot me. Listen.
All right.
That was his gun.
This is where I hit you? Right here in the side?
Officer Hillman.
All right, calm down, buddy.
I'm good.
What is your name?
Thank you for helping me.
No, I saw you chasing him.
127, is anything outstanding?
Officer Hillman, put your camera on. Officer Hillman.
And Tommy, the silence you've got now, these guys are out on a burglary investigation, a stolen vehicle. So they're just like, just checking things out. There was no reason for them to have their video on whatsoever. And you'll see audio, you'll see them reach down and hit it when, in case you didn't know, they're not there for the reason to encounter these two males that come running out of the backyard. They come out in a fight, gunfight.
Hands in the air! 217, give me the air. I got a male shooting at another male on Wild. Running through the backyard, 123 Wild. Show me your fucking hands! Show me your hands! Hands in the air! Hands in the air! Hands in the fucking air! 217, I got shots fired. Shots fired in the backyard. Blue shots fired. Give me the air. Get on. Do not fucking move.
217, you're on admin.
Do not fucking move. 217, I was on admin. I got shots fired. 123 while. Now we're shooting another male. Both of you stop moving.
Lay on the ground. It's not me. Lay on the ground.
Start EMS this way. Looks like I got a suspect down.
Lay on the
Male black. All right, hey. All right, everybody, I'm gonna holster up. I'm gonna cuff this guy, hold cover on him. Don't you fucking move. Gun right there. Hey.
157.
Hey, I need cuffs.
I need clarification. How many ambulances do I need and how many people down?
We got one male shot right now, possibly suspect shot too. Start 2 rigs for now.
We have an ambulance coming.
Okay, any blue shots fired or between them?
He has another
Negative, blue shots fired. Are you hit?
From you.
From me? Where?
He just busted him.
No, are you hit from me?
Yes, he shot me. Listen.
All right.
That was his gun.
This is where I hit you? Right here in the side?
Officer Hillman.
All right, calm down, buddy.
I'm good.
What is your name?
Thank you for helping me.
No, I saw you chasing him.
127, is anything outstanding?
Officer Hillman, put your camera on. Officer Hillman.
I like this guy.
All right, folks, that is your evidence. Put that down small there, Big Ron. There you go. Once again, the officers there were there conducting an investigation of a stolen vehicle. No one called about this altercation between these two black males that happened in a backyard, and they came running out. One with a gun that was assaulting the other one. Don't believe he shot the other one, but he was hitting him with the gun again. And officers, they wound up actually shooting the right guy. The guy that was wounded, the only one that was shot was the one that was also the assailant in the assault that they had witnessed. So that's how that turned out. Any portion of this that we want to see again? Any questions on any legal aspects of this? Big Ron, it's clock time.
Clock time it is.
I'm going to Miss Jason herself. Aaron, what's your overall impression on this? Two dudes just having a, conversation, and the police start jumping up and shooting and screaming at people.
I think this one's pretty straightforward also. I say no bail.
I'll come back to you after you have a chance to think about it. Carmen Love, what do you think?
I'm still kind of processing it. I know they were there, like you said, they were for a totally different reason. I'm trying to figure out. So obviously, when they came out of the backyard, was there gunshots being fired? Is that how they knew that there was 2 people coming out with guns?
I don't know that. We can go back and watch that on the video. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case or if they just heard the altercation. They're scrapping. One's running from the other's chasing him with a gun.
All right.
Now, you know what? I don't know that we'll have that answer because remember we had the 2-minute buffer on no audio.
That was what the officer said, though.
The officer made a comment that he heard gunfire.
Yeah.
I'd have to rely upon it. Sounds reasonable, right?
It does. That must have been what I heard because. So yeah. So that's where I was trying to fit the pieces together. But I mean, as I'm watching it, and as it escalates, I mean, it's a no deal for me. I think they did what they had to do to protect the person he was chasing, protect themselves, and anyone else in the community.
So you think it's reasonable, the force that was used?
I do.
Okay. Nikki, what's your initial take on this?
I mean, it didn't appear that they were responding to any of the officer's command. It just seems like they were intent on continuing to fight. as he was standing there giving them commands. Didn't seem like they were uh, being very responsive at all. Um, so, but then again, is I don't know. There was still a gun involved, so yeah.
What about you guys just having a dispute? How come we can't work it out like that anymore?
Because there was a gun involved.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, when there's a gun involved, it's kind of gone from a dispute to dueling, and we don't really handle things by duel anymore. And there was
Well,
only one gun involved, right?
just saying there was a time. There was a time we did.
Yeah, but back in those times, each person had a gun. There was only one gun, right? Seems a little unfair.
I guess that's the preferred method. It depends on which side of the gun you're standing, I guess.
Yeah. So, and the only other gun was the one in the officer's hand. So, you know what I mean? At that point,
Well,
I
didn't you
guess.
say earlier that he had chased him? So the guy ran so far he didn't try to shoot him. How do you know he was going to?
Exactly.
He had
So,
chased this guy all down a couple of blocks into somebody else's backyard. He hadn't shot him yet. What makes you think he was going to shoot him?
well, that's the thing. At the beginning of this, the officer said that these guys were running down the street shooting each other.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm with Nikki. I think that, I think as a grand jury, we're here to. I think. Well, I think we're here to decipher whether it was a bill or no bill, and with the evidence that we have presented. And so, with what we have presented in front of us, is they had to de-escalate the situation before it reached other people and and possibly the person that the guy was chasing after, or an officer.
Yeah, and I mean, the officer is the one who is on trial here, not these two guys, right?
Hold up.
So,
Nobody's on trial. This is a mock grand jury. And even at a
well,
grand
but
jury, you're not on trial. It's the level of proof is probable cause. So
right,
yeah.
but that's what the grand jury is trying to deliberate, is if they would be, if there's sufficient cause, right?
Yes, enough evidence to believe that the officer's actions were unreasonable. That's really what you're looking for. Was the officer's actions reasonable? Let's get to the gentleman. I've skipped them on purpose, but let's get to them. Let's go to Jason. Jason, what's your overall impression of this? That the ladies persuaded you into a vote?
Well, they didn't persuade me into anything, but I would have to say that no bill. It was clean. They saw a gun. He chased him down. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Didn't comply. Shot.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Mr. Tommy Sotomayor.
Well, after thinking about it, I try to figure. I'm trying to figure. Okay, they're fighting. He says he heard a shot, but he doesn't know who is whom in the fight. And I know we don't allow duels, but we don't end duels by shooting the people who are dueling. I don't think, but I could be wrong. So I think that maybe, and I think he was the coolest customer. I love his one shot, not shooting a bunch. But I also think he got lucky shooting the guy who I guess was the assailant. I don't know.
Let me ask you this, Tommy. It seems like he shot the guy with a gun. Do you think that's reasonable? Or is it luck?
I think it might have been luck. Because I don't know if he was, did he shoot him and therefore the gun fail, or did the gun fall as they were fighting?
No, the guy had the gun in his hand.
It was in his hand.
He shoot.
So if it was
the guy that was in the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
He was laying on the ground. The guy that got shot, you got to watch, and I can go back and show you. You got to watch closely because they almost change exact positions. The guy who gets shot goes to where the guy was laying down. The guy was laying down gets up, but the person that he shot was on his knees above the guy laying on the ground with a gun in his hand. And that's
okay. So he was
that's
the
where
threat.
he chose to shoot. He shot the threat. Yes.
Okay. Then it's no bill if that was the case. He had to make a decisive action, and what he ended up doing, and I know we don't go with ends justifies the means, but He saved both of their life.
You know, that's a point that no one's brought up, is that what about the guy who's on the ground that didn't have the gun? Would it be reasonable to believe that that person's life was in danger?
Absolutely.
I mean, a guy done chased him down 3 blocks and got him pinned down in the backyard with a gun in his hand. I think it's reasonable to think that that guy could be in trouble.
Well, I mean, that was part of my decision. Is the cop diffused the situation before it got worse for the one he was chasing, and possibly anybody in harm's way, right? So, and of course, then the cop. So I think that would have been that's a no bill automatically.
I wonder why he had to save him, though.
Oh, well, we don't know. It was probably, I don't know, dice game, or, you know what, to tell you the truth, probably got a woman involved in it. That's the way most of us men go at each other about that age. Yeah. But with a minute to spare, Big Ron, post a verdict. I think this is another unanimous no bill. All right, Jason, you work specialty units. You've been out on calls where you're not like the real police, but you had to doing some specialty police shit and something kicks off. What do you think about this last video?
That's the way police work should do. And I kind of was on the same board with Tommy, like which one had the gun. But when I was watching the video, if you watch the officer that shot, and I don't think it was luck, that was a damn good shot. I feel that if you watched the other officers, when the other person was walking around, they were focused on the guy the officer had shot. That other guy they didn't perceive as a threat. They focused on him. When I saw that told me, okay, that was the guy that had the gun. Otherwise, the officers, when the other guy ran around, they would have put him at gunpoint and said, get on the effing ground or you're going to get shot, but they let him walk. So I love the fact that this video 100% shows how fast shit can happen. You're there for one call, and all of a sudden you hear shots, and you see a fight. I mean, it goes from a report to deadly force within 1 second. So that cop that was talking, his communication was great. His response was great. That's the way police work should be. I think they did a phenomenal job.
Aaron, do you agree with everything Jason says?
Unfortunately, yes.
Like in general, or just what he said just now? I mean, like in general.
In general, no.
Of
Just
course
now,
not.
yes.
But you got to believe him. You got to believe Jason when he talks about police stuff, because I mean the guy's done it for like 30 years. Now he just yells at kids to get off his grass. But good thing the sun's starting to go down early in Minnesota. Last couple of weeks he had to be late to the grand jury because he's still standing watch on his grass, make sure the kids don't drive on it with their bicycles.
You know, you're not even worth responding to.
But you did anyway. You did anyway.
I'm trying to shut up.
Speaking about noble causes, let's talk about Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown, who was a special prosecutor for us about a month ago now, we learned that he's got a barbecue sauce. In fact, our very own Bruce Wayne has purchased some of this barbecue sauce and says that it's quite remarkable, out of Memphis, Tennessee, a coarse ground to it. But Big Ron, we got a little something on that, don't we? Let's run some Judge Joe Brown barbecue style.
Let's check out some sauce.
Introducing Judge Joe Brown's all-new barbecue sauce and seasoning. Justice in the form of flavor. With one taste of our premium blends of all-natural ingredients, herbs, and spices, you'll fall in love with meat all over again. Judge Joe Brown's all-natural barbecue sauce collection is made up of 2 zesty flavors, original and spicy.
Law firms will take this as a retainer.
What? It must be a law firm where they hungry as hell. Now you gonna help me with this parole I'm dealing with?
Yeah, folks, we've had good reports back from folks that have purchased that. In fact, Judge Joe Brown, so you can go to the website, the jjbbq.com. But he said, actually, Amazon, he says, get it to you a little faster. And I think that's where Bruce Wayne got his, was Amazon. But he said it's got a unique coarse grind to it. It's not like the consistency of ketchup. That it's got a little bit of meat to the ingredients that are in it. And he said it's an outstanding barbecue sauce and pretty reasonable. So you guys should check it out. Support our friend Judge Joe Brown, because by God, he supported us. That was a big deal for me, for him to agreeing to be on the show and helping us out like that.
Did he make you fall in love with meat again?
I'm not going to answer that because I feel like that's a trick question. But I'm absolutely a carnivore, and I like to smoke and barbecue meat for sure.
All right.
In fact, I need to be reminded. I'm just going to do that this weekend. I'm going to get me one of those bottle sets and give it a shot and see what it's all about. But it looks really good. But Big Ron, case number 4 before it gets too late.
Let's fire it up.
Source 911. What is the address of your emergency?
Yeah.
What's the apartment number?
Bro, come on, man.
Is there a gate code?
Yes, come now. No, come now. Somebody's trying
Tell
to
me,
kill me.
who's trying to kill you?
My downstairs neighbor. I don't know why.
Well, what's his name?
Come now. I don't know his name.
Does he have any weapons?
Yes, gun.
He has a gun right now?
Yes.
Give me 1 moment. Just stay with me. Stay on the line.
Over 911. What's the address of the emergency? The house, apartment, or business?
It's an apartment. It's an apartment company. Well, we're in the main office, but it's a building. This guy is pointing a gun at our residence.
What? Take your hands out for me. Take your hands off your pocket. Take your hands off of your pocket. Put your hands up. Hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Speed it up. You got a gun. Hands up. Hands up. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Put your hands up. Stop moving. Stop moving. Hey, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
You get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground, suck my dick.
Step it up when I'm gunpoint. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I don't want to shoot you, man.
Get in the car, go.
Get on the ground.
Get in the car, go.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm not trying to shoot you, man. Get on the ground. Hey! Get on the ground. Shots fired. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Shots fired. Get on the ground. 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 Get on the ground, man. I'm not trying to shoot you. Hey, get on the ground. Get on the ground. The gun fell between his pants, so he's not able to get it, but he reached for it. Hey! Get on the ground. Stop moving. Hey, Hey, stay lethal. I'm going less. Hey, he's reaching for it. Taser, taser.
Drop the gun?
Yes. I'm gonna keep the eyes. I think he went into apartment. Can't see.
What, underwear? Keep walking. Keep walking. Walk this way. Hey, guys, keep walking. Walk this way. Face it, face it. Face it.
Push him my way. Push him
Push
my way.
Push
him this way.
Henry, I got it.
A little squirrely magazine. All right, folks, that is your case. It was a call of a male with a firearm. You couldn't reduce. There you go, brother. Male with a firearm encountered by law enforcement. You saw how that went. He tried to go into a gate at an apartment complex, brandished a firearm. Wasn't very compliant. Drops the firearm, then runs, and he's barricaded in an apartment for about an hour. They bring out the SRT to get him out, and that's how it ends. But nonetheless, we did have an officer that shot at the man. Didn't actually hit him, but she definitely used deadly force against him. So the rules do apply there. Any questions on this case? Any parts of the video we'd like to see again?
Can we see the slow-mo portion again?
We certainly can. So she bangs.
Was the guns? Did he have the gun in his waist and it was falling, and he was reaching down to get it? I mean, I'm not sure.
It's not real clear whether the gun was actually palmed in his hand. I think it is. No, I thought I saw it there, but no, it was definitely probably in his waistband when he went to that gate and did the bend over move. Okay. But he still has it in his possession now. He'll drop it on the sidewalk when they go up the sidewalk. And yes, Lisa, she fired shots. I think 3 rounds. Minister said, meanwhile, 3 persons found dead in their apartment. They can't explain why. So there's where the firearm dropped. And it was a functional firearm with a janky magazine in it, but a functional firearm nonetheless.
But she took the taser out before she knew the actual gun was on the ground, correct?
I don't know that that'd be true, but this is my favorite taser shot between the gate. There's the parts of the actual engagement, the slow motion part. Any more questions? We're ready for a clock.
I'm ready for a clock. I mean,
Let's do it, Big Ron. All right. I'm going to my friend Tommy first on this one. Tommy, what's your overall impression on this? This guy's pretty tough, man. Police got there. He told her to just she told him to get down. He said, no, you get down.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. This is going to be one where I say there should be a bill. She put the public in danger by somehow shooting at this man and missing him. She then, as the young lady said, she switched to non-lethal, but she did tell them, you stay lethal, I'm going to go non-lethal. Then she decided to wait for him to get approximately 20 feet from her to take a shot with a non-lethal. Not really sure if she's ever shot one or knew what it was, but I think she should not be a police officer at all. Where did those bullets go that she shot at him? I don't think he was a threat. She was shooting him in the back. His back was completely turned. I don't know if that's a thing that the law does or that they tell you to do, but as homeowners, they tell us we can't shoot people in the back.
Listen. Here's the standard. Don't get lost in the weeds on this. The standard is quite simple. If a reasonable person standing in that officer's shoes would have believed this guy was a threat or he was making furtive movements, then you're okay to use lethal force at that point. And I would say that you got to call. Think about it. You got to call with a guy with a gun who's brandished a gun at people driving by. You encounter him in a parking lot. He's less than cooperative, I would say. You know that he's reported to be armed. He goes over, does this weird furtive movement, bending over at his waist, looking back at her. I think a reasonable person could believe that it's not a far stretch to believe that a reasonable person would have believed that a gun was about to come out. I mean, that's kind of my view on it. And that's the way I'm looking. I get when you start to go into the technical, well, she should be better trained or she should be a better officer, but that's not really what we're here to decide. We're here to decide whether the use of deadly force she did use, would a reasonable person felt this was warranted in this same situation.
I don't think it was when she shot at him. I don't at the moment in which she shot him at him. I honestly don't think it was. Who or what was in danger at that moment?
she was.
She was?
Yeah,
You guys talk it out.
he had a gun. I mean, she witnessed him having a gun. He's walking away, but at any minute he can quickly turn, or even does he even have to turn? But he could quickly turn that gun on her and shoot her and kill her as he's walking away. So I don't think just because you're walking away and she's still asking him, he's not abiding by anything she's asking. She's asking him to stop, put your hands up, get rid the weapon if he's got it, put your hands up, turn around, etc. He's not abiding by any of her, commands, and he continues to walk. He back talks her about telling her to get on the ground, and he continues to he has the gun.
So how do you go from deadly force to non-deadly then? If he was a threat then, why would you turn go backwards and now use a taser?
Well, I'm talking about from the time she shot him.
That was my issue, was that she shot him with deadly force, and I think she took her taser out before she knew that his gun was on the sidewalk. Why did she downgrade before she knew that his gun was on the sidewalk? Why did she make that choice prior to that knowledge?
Yeah, I mean, he walked towards her with the gun? Why didn't she shoot him then?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that she may have gotten the understanding that he had mental deficits, but at that point, someone with a gun with mental deficits is still a danger to the
Thank you.
public.
And he's walking towards you. He even closed distance because he walked very closely towards her, near her as he walked past her. So a lot of things didn't
Well, I don't think
feel
I
right.
don't think that her ability to be a cop is what we're to look at. I think what we're looking at is, did she or did she not? And I agree with you. I understand what you're saying, but did she or did she not make the right decision at that time when he's bending down, reaching for a gun? At that point, when she pulled the trigger, was that was that the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do? Was
It's
her
wrong
life in
because
danger when he was bending
it's
down?
wrong because her back was turned towards him. I mean, his back was turned towards her, and he was way more deadly at a certain point before that happened, and she didn't feel the need to use deadly force. What changed then?
Well, didn't she change? Didn't she, once he dropped the gun, is when she switched to the taser?
No, she switched to the taser before she realized that the gun was on the
Yep.
sidewalk. That's
Hey,
my
who
issue.
was she talking to when she switched to the taser? Was she talking to herself? Said, "I'm going to go to taser. You keep lethal."
She's talking to the other cops.
Other cops.
Do you think that might be some of their training? Is that in this type of situation, one goes non-lethal, one goes lethal to cover, maybe?
I just think they let each other know what they're doing.
That's true too.
I think it's training on, because if they both go lethal and no one's non-lethal, if the communication's key there. So I think that I'm focusing on here I am focusing on the female cop, right? That's who we're focusing on. When she pulled the trigger and she made the shots, that was when he was walking away and he still had the weapon, but when he bent over, he stops, bends over, and she steadily tells him to put his hands up, turn around, put his hands up, whatever. And he continues to reach for the weapon. At that point, if someone's reaching for a weapon and I'm standing there, my life's in danger. I'm going to pull the trigger.
But he had the weapon. He wasn't reaching for it. He already had it. She saw it when he was walking at her.
Well, I didn't see the weapon. I didn't see the weapon when I'm saying, like, I seen the weapon, but I didn't see. That's what I was asking.
That's why she
Did he
backed
have
away
the
from the
weapon in his
car.
waist?
That's why she
Yeah.
backed away from the car and gave ground. When
I
she
got
saw
it.
it, she gave ground.
He had it right in the front.
Before we run out of time, I want to hear from Jason. I want to hear from Aaron on this before we run out of time and see if their point of view either aligns with you guys or helps you make a decision which way you want to go. Jason, your initial take on this, or your overall take is what I should ask.
I believe at the time that she fired her 3 rounds that did not hit the target, she thought he was drawing. His arms made that movement like he was drawing a weapon. What he dropped down on the ground or appeared to bend down to pick up, I don't know. He may have picked a weapon back up and put it in his waistband. I don't know. But at the time she fired, I believe that she believes he was drawing. So I would have to say no bill on that one. But she definitely needs some remedial training.
Okay. Aaron, what's your overall take on this?
I think that's a bill, definitely. He was more of a threat when he was walking towards her than he was when his back was towards her. And I think she said that he dropped the gun in his pants, but he was reaching for it at some point.
So you're a no bill on this, Aaron? I'm sorry, you're a true bill? You
Yes.
would indict this? Okay.
Yep.
Nikki, the Nikki V, where are you at on it?
I think I'm kind of with Aaron. If his gun was in his pants at his leg, around his ankle, stuck in his pants, then he wouldn't have had the ability to get it to him. But at the same time, I don't think that she had the ability to overpower him because she is a female. So I think it all dependent on when the other cops could have gotten there, when the other officers, the male officers, could have gotten there and helped subdue him.
So where would you be? No, you're a true bill?
I think I'm a true bill on this one.
Good girl.
Okay, let's take a vote. Quit trying to influence the jury there, Mr. Sotomayor. That's a crime. Jason, your final vote. True bill or no bill?
I'm gonna have to say no bill.
One no bill.
She,
Carmen Love, your decision. True bill or no bill?
I'm gonna say no bill.
Two no bill. The Nikki V. True bill or no bill?
Oh, I'm a triple.
All right, 1-2. Aaron, Mrs. Jason, true bill or no bill? Have you changed your mind?
Nope, true bill.
Tied up, Mr. Soto. Tommy, you're the tiebreaker. True bill or no bill?
We need all true bill right now.
That is going to be a 3-2 split decision for a true bill. That's an indictment, folks. Drop that clock and leave that true bill up there. There you go. And that's good. Okay, now, folks, I want to take a moment and talk about 3D response, but my friend Big Ron is going to play a quick video for you. We're going to give Jason about a minute or two to speak of it before we get to our last case. Let's see some.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
I see you entering. Take a right. You're going to proceed down the long hall, all the way to the end. You're going to go till the end where you're intersect to the classrooms. Keep going. I see you moving forward. Subject is held up in classroom 203.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
So, Jason, 3D response to the school safety system is a comprehensive defense to maniacs coming to our schools and killing children, like honestly we experienced in Minnesota, your home state, this week. But it's a comprehensive, layered system, not just with the defenses for stopping a bullet, but also in aftercare and preventive measures. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are. And I want to say something that's a little bit different than what I usually say. Every time I come into a space and every time I listen and watch comments on stuff, there's always one side and there's another side. The one side is armed teachers, military, retired cops in the schools, and the other side is mental health. And everybody is so stuck in those lanes. If we actually look at what would save lives, there's a middle ground in there. There's something that is tactical. There's something that can take your school back literally in 60 seconds and make a school that is full of children into a school that there's no children present to hurt. And that's what we created. It's providing the innocent to create safe places, to be safe for that space in between bad shit happens and good gun arrives. And that's kind of the thrust of it. And I can tell you guys, this has been my passion ever since I was a school resource officer and I was an active shooter instructor for 20 years. I've investigated over 60 active shooter threats to the district I work in, and nobody's looking at who's impacted. It's the children, the teachers, and the police. And how do we put everything that can provide them the tools, because the good gun will never be when the bad gun is, when the bad gun shows up. I don't care if there's a gun on campus, it's always a response. And we need to give those children the tools.
Aaron, You've watched Jason develop this system over the last 10 some odd years. How do you feel about it? Does it make you proud that Jason's hung up his badge to kind of continue on doing something else that's kind of cool?
Yes, he's worked really hard on this. And I think when he tells you guys of how quickly the building can be locked down, I've been in a school when they've done like a trial run or they're testing the system. And I'm not kidding you, probably 30 seconds, there wasn't a single person in the hallway. It's quick.
It really is an impressive system. I think the most difficult thing is getting people to wrap their head around it. Lisa, the RN, Minnesota's recent school shooting may have been preventable with 3D response system. I said what I said. You're 100% correct with 3D response system. The assessment of that wouldn't have allowed someone to stand on the curb and shoot children sitting down. So I would say yes. 3D response, though, you had 0 children die or even injured at that particular shooting. There is something coming up for you folks in Minnesota. It's the SHIELD Act. Your legislator is going to go back into session this next session. And the only thing the SHIELD Act asks is that we do a building code like we did with the fire code. Since the fire code was introduced in 1959, we've not lost one child in a school. Prior to that, the numbers were horrific. Do a Google search. Child dies in school fire. You won't find anything between now and 1959. But before that, you'll find numbers in the 300s. I am not joking. You'll find 300 kids dying in a school. But we put in a fire code because we wanted to protect our children and we couldn't outlaw fire. I think maybe they tried. But outlawing your firearms is not going to do it. Trying to predict someone's behavior, show me an example where that's been successful. The only one real thing we can do is install systems like Jason's system because it provides protection when the bad thing does come to the door. And the wolves are always out there. You can't predict when they come at you. But with that, I want to get to, let's get to our final video. Let's do it, Big Ron. Post it.
Case number 5.
These officers are doing this action as a result of a person wanted for murder.
Male's driving southbound, past Mead Street on the bike. He's got a backpack on, ball cap. Male's Hispanic with a goatee. We're going to step out with him coming up on the force here in a moment. He's going to freak. Just pull in front of him, block him. Block him so he can't run. I can't run the guy over. Okay. You better stop. He's going northbound. Get on the ground. Cover up. Get on the ground. Fuck. You okay? You all right? Yeah, I'm good. Don't move. Get your hand behind your back. I'm good. But hand behind your back, all of them. Okay, shots fired. Guns right here. We got it. Copy all. What's that? Oh, you bitch! Step back. Oh. No. Okay. Yeah, he's...
47.
He's going. Male's driving southbound. Past Mead Street on the bike. He's got a backpack on. Ball cap. Male's Hispanic. With a goatee. We're going to step out with him coming up on the force here in a moment. He's going to freak. Just pull in front of him. Block him. So he can't... I can't run the guy over. You better stop. He's running.
Force right now.
He's grabbing his waistband. Shots fired! Are you okay? You all right? Yeah, I'm good. Don't move! You're bleeding. I'm good. But hand behind your back, all of them. Okay, shots fired. Guns right here. Shots fired. We got him. What's that? Fuck you, bitch! No. Okay. Detain him. Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave. He's a witness. Don't let him leave.
Can you start EMS? Clinton and Mead. That's for Clinton and Mead, and just to confirm.
You okay? I'm okay. You all right? Yes.
You're gonna be okay. He has a cut on his ear. Suspect is down.
We didn't get some blood on him. Starting late. Yeah. He's definitely been shot.
Everybody slow down. Get traffic blocked at Clinton and Clifford. No traffic northbound. Get traffic blocked at Avenue
we need medical
stuff. No southbound.
Anyone got medical gear with us?
Another car.
Mm.
Yeah, he got checked.
That hurt.
He just got an invite to the Falcons training camp.
All right. Folks, that's your case. Any questions or any parts of the video we'd like to see again?
Did they say he shot himself?
No, he was shot by law enforcement. Now, there was a round discharge about the time that he got the body check. I don't know if it was intentional. He just knocked that bullet out of him. But the suspect's weapon did fire about the time they got hit.
Mm-hmm.
No part of the video we want to see again?
I kind of want to just see it again.
Okay, let's see it.
Yep. Me too.
I don't know why you're apologetic. I'm begging you guys to watch the video again.
So he has a gun and a sock.
It's undercover.
Kids today, boy.
It's undercover. It's American Pie, okay?
Okay. There is your video. How much time do we have, Big Ron?
We got about 8 minutes.
I don't know that we're going to be able to get a decision on this. We may have to take this into the after party, which, by the way, we will have an after party. Our co-host Fidji is hosting a companion space now. Anybody that wants a direct DM invite, DM me and I'll get you a direct invite to that. But give us about 20 minutes after we end here, we'll all show up there and we're probably going to talk about this case. You know what? I'm
shot.
I'm going to let it run one more time all the way through with audio.
Yeah, you can hear it from body cam too.
Okay.
Male's driving southbound, past Mead Street on the bike. He's got a backpack on, ball cap, male Hispanic with a goatee. We're gonna step out with him coming up on the force here in a moment. He's gonna freak. Just pull in front of him, block him. Block him so he can't ride. I can't run the guy over. Okay. You better stop. He's going northbound.
You just heard it too.
Get on the ground. Go with him. Get on the ground. Fuck. You okay? You all right? Yeah, I'm good. Don't move. Get your hand behind your back. Good. But hand behind your back, all of them. Okay, shots fired. Guns right here. We got it.
Why did I hear other shots while they were on him? Or is that my ear?
Okay. No, they're there too.
Okay, that's strange.
Yeah, I know.
Male's driving southbound, past Mead Street on the bike. He's got a backpack on, ball cap, male Hispanic with a goatee. We're gonna step out with him coming up on the force here in a moment. He's gonna freak. Just pull in front of him, block him so he can't. I can't run the guy over. You better stop. He's running. Force right now. He's grabbing his waistband. Shot fired.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Don't move. You're bleeding again. I'm good. But hand behind your back, all of them. Okay, shot fired. Guns right here. Shot fired. Fuck you, bitch! No. Okay. Detain him. Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave. He's a witness. Don't let him leave.
That wasn't a friend of his that pulled up there, I'm guessing.
Clinton and Meade. That's for Clinton and Meade, and just to confirm.
You okay? I'm okay. You all right? Yes.
You're gonna be okay. He has a cut on his ear. Suspect is down.
We can get some blood on him. Starting with 8. Yeah, he's definitely been shot.
Everybody slow down. Get traffic blocked at Clinton and Clifford. No traffic northbound. Get traffic blocked at Avenue
we need
A.
medical attention for him.
No southbound.
Anyone got medical gear with us?
Another car.
So were you guys saying you thought you heard more than 3 shots?
Well, it just sounds like
four
sounded
shots.
like
3 by police, 1 by the assailant.
Yeah,
well, it sounded like shots were being taken while he was being entangled with the cop.
They
So
were.
I don't know who was shooting those. Who was shooting those?
That officer was standing right from him. We saw his body. I'll actually show you here. It is going to be the second one on the scene. Gun out, bang, bang.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were tight shots. 2 of those were in his right, below his shoulder. It was a pretty tight shot pattern. But guys, we will discuss that, and we'll bring our grand jury, our space folks that have been watching this along with us. We'll bring them in for the discussion in the next space in about 20 minutes after the show ends. But in the last couple of minutes, I want to talk about a new project that we've got. We've been bringing you grand jury videos, and these are videos of body-worn cam. We find those through FOIA requests and other means and bring them to you to give you a decision give you an opportunity to make a decision as a grand jury will. We're going to give you the opportunity to make a decision as a real jury, a criminal jury will. This is beyond a reasonable doubt. I've got a case we're going to start with. I'll show you the case from opening arguments all the way to jury instructions. The first episode will air the second week of September. But for my Patreon members, my support to your Patreon members, which Carmen is one, by the way, appreciate you, girl. You hit that QR, it'll take you to it. Join our group Saturday tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm sorry. Yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We will give a preview to the first episode. But here's what we're about to get into.
Intentionally or knowingly possess a short barrel firearm, to wit, an Eastern Arms 16-gauge shotgun, against the peace and dignity of the state, signed Foreman of the Grand Jury.
Thank you, Mr. Hartwell. And Mr. Young, how do you enter a plea?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Can you please describe what he is wearing and where he is seated?
He's seated at the table there, and he's wearing a light blue shirt.
And you mentioned earlier that you got a search warrant put together. Were you able to execute that search warrant?
Yes, we were. And what kind of property were y'all actually looking for? We were looking for gold, coins, and other precious metals, firearms, and items that were specifically taken from that specific residence.
That's right, folks. Join our Patreon group. Get a sneak peek on that. And for every episode that comes out each week, it'll take this first one will take 4 episodes to get through the entire trial. But you'll have your opportunity to be a juror. You'll get to hear only what the jury hears. I've edited out everything that's a sidebar, everything that's commentary, everything that the jury did not actually hear. You are like sitting in a juror's seat in the juror box. You'll hear every bit of testimony, every evidence, every argument from closing to opening. It's going to be a good show. Join our Patreon group. Get a sneak peek on it. We'll give you the episodes prior to their airing. But that's what we got coming up. I want to thank our jurors tonight. Folks, every week I have 5 wonderful persons that take the time out of their Friday night to come sit on this and play mock jury with us. And we have a good time doing it. And I hope it's entertaining for you guys, particularly that have joined us tonight. But I can't say how much I'm thankful for folks that volunteer to do that. And even folks that volunteer to be on my alternate jury list, like Carmen Love. I really appreciate folks like that. She comes in at a moment's notice, 2 minutes before showtime. She's sliding in, knowing her lines. But great show. Thank you, Big Ron. You put one on. Jason, as usual, my friend. Jason's been with us on every show. He's been our expert witness from the very, very beginning. But with that, we're going to end it out. Catch us in the after party on X. It'll be in Fiji space. Fiji Hates the Left, I believe, is what her title is there. But shoot me a DM, and I'll get you into the space. Give us about 20 minutes. If you jurors want to hang on for a minute, I'd like to do an exit poll before you guys get out of here. Thanks, folks. Great show.